Let's move on to creating artificial light sources in the interior. Dynamic lights are expensive in terms of resources, so try to use them in limited quantities. Artificial light sources can be divided by their cost to the system. The cheapest light source is point light, in the middle spotlight, and the most expensive rectangular light. In the process, I will show ways to optimize artificial light. First, let's create the light from these floor lamps. Go to the Quick Add panel. Next, find point light. A light source has appeared in the scene. Place it inside the floor lamp. Let's set it up. Intensity is responsible for the strength of the light. Set the value to 1. The attenuation radius of the light does a few major things. Set the reach of the light. Defines what objects it will affect. Light attenuation radius can have a serious impact on performance, so use larger radius value sparingly. In this case, it makes sense to reduce attenuation radius because I need the light from this lamp on a small section of the wall. Set the value to 150. Activate Use Temperature. Set the temperature to 3000 to make the light warm. Source radius makes shadows hard or soft. Increase the value to 3. Copy the light source to another lamp. Create a separate folder for interior lights. Choose both light sources. They can be configured at the same time. This is convenient so that you do not have to configure each one individually. Lower the light intensity. I will copy the light source to make the light from the chandelier. The chandelier has many light sources, but I will simulate the light with a single point light source. This will be much cheaper for the system than multiple spotlights. Increase the attenuation radius so that the light hits more objects. Increase the intensity. Make the light a little colder. Let's consider another function of light sources. Now the light source is reflected in mirror surfaces. To disable this effect, find the specular scale parameter and set the value to 0. The reflection is gone. Let's move on to setting up the chandeliers in the kitchen. Adjust it in a similar way to a chandelier in a living room. When choosing an attenuation radius value, try to avoid crossing the radius of adjacent lights whenever possible. Let's go back to the chandelier in the living room. I don't like the shadow from the chandelier on the ceiling, it shouldn't be there. Let's take it away. Choose a chandelier. On the Details panel, find the Dynamic Shadow option. Disable it. The shadow is gone. Let's move on to creating a spotlight. Place the spotlights under the mesh of built-in lights. Adjust the attenuation radius and make the shadow softer. Place spotlights in limited numbers only in those areas where it will be noticeable. Now let's talk about IES. The IES data format describes the distribution of lights from a point source. Most major manufacturers of lights provide IES profiles which can be downloaded for free. IES are used to determine the intensity and distribution of light. Go to ieslibrary.com. Here you can download an IES file suitable for your task for free. Let's choose it and download. Now I need to import them into the project. Select Spotlight and in the settings find IES texture. Place the texture light profile into the slot. The light scattering spot has changed. I will move it closer to the wall, so that you can better see the principle of work. Now try another file. I downloaded another one. Yes, I like this one. Add IES to all spotlights. There is not enough light in this room. For this room, I also use a point light source to save system resources. Let's go to the bedroom. There is a lot of natural light here, so I will add a light source only to the bedside lamps to create a cozy atmosphere. Adjust the lamps in the same way as I did in the living room. Now master bathroom. Copy and paste spotlights. Guided by the principle of optimization, I will install light sources only in the corners. Set up light sources. I will also put the light in the remaining rooms. A red cross on light sources appears when they are too close to each other. I will make the backlight above the stove using rectangular light. Add it to the scene and place it above the stove. Turn on FPS display. Go to Viewport options. Activate FPS. When I get closer to the stove, FPS drops below 30. This is a bad indicator. In my opinion, this backlight is not necessary to lose FPS. Delete it. On this I will finish setting up the light in interior.